Hey guys, it's the Gundam Boy, and let me just say, we got an update really suddenly out of nowhere, just like that. And they changed some of the most annoying enemies that have been added in the game. And I say only annoying because on my end, I found them to be more of a nuisance enemy. Basically, we have flesh mobs, warp striders, and elevated overseers. You have no idea how happy I am about the elevated overseer change. And thank you for everybody who stopped by the stream. It was chaotic. First, I wake up early to go put all of our shit away and realize most of our stuff is stolen. Most of our stuff is stolen, right? And then I come back to a patty with no meat. There's no meat in it. That's why I'm back on now. I'm back now because they got me the fucking burger patty with nothing. It truly was a comical day, and I'm glad you guys could stick around for it. But let's get into the enemies before I attack a McDonald's worker. So let's start off with the War Strider. Thank God they didn't just add the vent weak point to their ass. Kill the body. Yeah, is that his off button now? He has a fucking off button. So yes, they did indeed add a weak point to his front eye and the top eye and its rear vent, which means there's more accessibility for other stratagems and support weapons to do damage to kill this guy. However, you should keep in mind it's still heavy pen.
Oh, but Gundam Boy, I want to kill it with my adjudicator.
So you could kill a War Strider if you shoot him in that nipple, or you could blow its face right off. To keep in mind though that this weak point is really small, so you have to be very precise with where you shoot. And since War Striders like to look around a lot, it's going to be really difficult to try and chase them around with this aim. It's not as easy as just pointing and firing anymore. If there's multiple enemies in the scene, it could be very difficult to aim for either of these weak points. And since Cheeks has a weak point now, which I think is pretty funny, it means that whether you're either fighting him from the front or the back, you can still do some damage. This prevents them from hiding behind walls and firing grenades at you over and over again. This means that anti-tank weapons like Commando are fully capable of taking down 4 War Striders if you optimize all your shots, rather than it's past aiming for the waist and killing it in 2, or when you have to squint even harder and aim at the hip joint. It might be a little difficult to try and kill a War Strider on the ass because, you know, war isn't always a straight line, but if they get distracted, it does mean you get to abuse that weak point. While the weak points are cool, I think the most important change was the ragdolling, because now the dual cannons on the front can't knock you over, thank God. Now going over to the flesh mob, which got a change that was definitely needed for how annoying this guy was. So targeting the face deals extra damage to its main health, effectively creating weak spots, which was something that I thought the flesh mob was supposed to do in the beginning. The main health has been decreased from 6,000 to 5,000. Most health zones are slightly more durable, but they are slightly less vulnerable to fire. So when I killed the flesh mob with a machine gun, yeah, look at that. I have 108 bullets still in this gun. This is a perfect nerf because now more support weapons are more viable to take down flesh mobs, making it more viable to actually aim for their heads, while already boosting the current meta for killing flesh mobs. For context, I was able to kill a flesh mob in 2 mags of a Liberator. I'm not saying go out there and kill every flesh mob with a Liberator, but it is possible if you ever have to. Make sure you bring something to counter. Elevated Overseers finally got that changed. Their main health has been decreased from 600 to 450. Their head health has been increased from 150 to 200. Head zone armor decreased from 3 to 2, which means it's light pen, which is very weird being able to headshot these guys. And that health decrease means seeker drones can practically one-shot them. This stops elevated overseers from being just a faster overseer. That's still weird. That'll never not weird me out that I could do that now to overseers. Is it a nice change? Yes, because now you can aim for not just the body, but if you're very accurate, headshots can pop them too. And a change that no one was expecting was that they made it so Leviathans can fire lasers. And you can tell that it's about to fire because a little beam shows up before it actually goes off. And since it's made so that doesn't instantly annihilate you on contact, it means that the Leviathan plays more of a hazard role that you have to avoid. You can outmaneuver the laser if you really need to, which can prove a threat to things like mechs, as they will still be hit by these lasers, as they are not as agile to dodge. And we have the Dragon Roach. They have a spawn rate change, so on difficulties 5 to 6, they're 50% lower. 40% lower on 7 to 8 to 9, and 33% lower on 10. But more importantly, they made it so that you can actually kill them at the wings. I took autocannon, turned it on the flak, and I just started dumping into his wings to see if it would kill him. No more Dragon Roaches flying around with literal holes in their wings, which offers up the ability for everybody to team fire a Dragon Roach out of the air, which is perfect because now they feel like less of an ass to fight. But what do you guys think about this? Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Stop, goofy tank. Are you gonna hit me with a